I monetized my YouTube channel in just 6 weeks. And in this video, I'm going to be breaking down exactly what I did to get monetized so fast. That way you can replicate my success on your own channel. I'm going to be covering everything from my first brand deal to YouTube Adsense. And I'll be going into detail about exactly what strategies I used, what worked for me, and what didn't. So let's just go ahead and get right into it. So how in the world did I get my first YouTube channel monetized in only 6 weeks? Now, I know for a fact that this answer is going to surprise the majority of you guys, because when I talked about this in one of my previous YouTube monetization journey videos, I got a ton of comments asking me exactly how I managed to do this. And so in this video, I'm going to touch on that a little bit more. So 6 weeks into starting this YouTube channel, before my channel was even monetized through YouTube Adsense, I managed to land my first paid brand deal. And that just like totally blew my mind, because I watched so many YouTube monetization videos and I haven't heard anybody talk about the potential of landing a brand deal before your channel is even monetized through YouTube ads. So based on that, I would assume that this is a pretty uncommon experience, but it was a lot easier to land my first brand deal than I thought it would be. To be completely honest with you, the idea of landing a brand deal just sounded completely out of reach to me. And because I had watched so many YouTube monetization videos and nobody really talked about that part of things, everyone was so focused on the YouTube AdSense part of things, I just kind of assumed that the way it worked for most people is that you grow your channel, you get to the 1,000 subscribers, you grow your watch time to the 4,000 watch hours, and by the time you get there, maybe 10,000 subscribers later, you could land your first brand deal. But that's not the way that it worked for me. So I got my first brand deal at 6 weeks, and then my YouTube channel was actually monetized through YouTube AdSense at 10 weeks. Now, I don't want to get into the AdSense part of things just yet, but I'm leaving the timestamps in this video. So if you want to skip ahead to that part, you can, but I really just want to focus in on the brand deal part of things for now. So what did I do to convince a brand to sponsor my little channel before I was even monetized on YouTube? I'm sure that's a question that you guys are all wondering, and I'll tell you what, the answer was not that I was putting out a new video every single day or that I had a team of people helping me or anything like that. It's just me, this Yeti microphone, my iPhone that I'm filming on, and a cheap tripod from Amazon against the world. Now, I know the thing that made my channel stand out and made brands want to work with me before I was even big enough to consider myself like a micro influencer was actually the strategy that I was using that I thought would work to get my YouTube channel monetized via AdSense. So what exactly was that strategy? Well, I'll tell you, the strategy had nothing to do with how frequently I was posting. It had nothing to do with how consistent I was, and it had everything to do with the types of videos that I was creating and the engagement that I have on my channel. Now, I want to make sure that I'm being like fully transparent and accurate with the information that I'm telling you. So I'm going to pull up my YouTube analytics. That way we can kind of take a peek behind the scenes and I can tell you exactly what was going on in the early stages of my YouTube channel development. Now, keep in mind, at the time that I'm filming this video right now, I've only had this YouTube channel for 9 months and I have like 28,000 subscribers, I want to say. So I'm still a relatively new YouTuber. I have less than 30 videos on my channel and I'm still figuring things out, but I will say that my strategy is really working, especially considering that I haven't been able to be as consistent as I would like on my channel. So yeah, enough rambling. Let's go ahead and dive into the analytics. That way we can talk about the videos that I had on my channel that attracted brands and made them want to work with me. So like I said, I got my first brand deal 6 weeks after posting my very first video. Okay, so my very first video was posted on June 12, 2024, and it's called How Much I Made My First Year on Etsy. So I have an Etsy shop where I sell digital products, and I'm going into detail about how much I earned my first year. So in June, I posted 4 videos, and then in July, I posted 7 videos because I was really trying hard to get that watch time up so that way I could get monetized via YouTube AdSense. And then in August, I posted 2 videos. Now, by the time I posted this YouTube Changed My Life in 6 weeks video, which I know is probably standing out to you because of how many views it has, my channel was not monetized via AdSense, but I had already landed my first brand deal, even though I hadn't filmed the brand deal sponsored video yet. So I had a total of 11 videos posted on my channel. 11 videos was all I needed in order for major brands to start reaching out to me and offering paid brand collaborations. Now, I mentioned this before. The strategy that I used to get monetized so fast had nothing to do with the frequency of videos that I was putting out on my channel at all. Was I trying my hardest to be consistent on YouTube? Absolutely. Can consistency help? Absolutely. Is that the one thing that separates successful channels from unsuccessful channels? No. There's a correlation there, but you do not have to burn yourself out producing a high volume of content or run yourself dry trying to pay a team to help you produce a bunch of content in order to land your first brand deal or to get monetized. But what you do need to do is pay attention to 2 things. the type of content you're creating, and the way that you engage with your subscribers. So in order to explain exactly what I mean, I'm gonna pull up my analytics from just those first 6 weeks so we can talk about the kind of content that I was creating and the sort of environment I was creating on my page. And I know right now I have 28,000 subscribers, so you're probably thinking, oh, her channel blew up really fast and that's why brands wanted to work with her. No. Okay, so I have my analytics pulled up for the first few months of my channel. And right now we're on my revenue tab, right? So this revenue doesn't include what I'm getting from brand deals, obviously. It's just the YouTube Adsense side of things. But as you can see, this line is completely flat until August, which was 10 weeks and a couple days after I posted my first video. Now my subscriber count was also relatively low for a while, right? Like I wouldn't have even considered myself a micro influencer. It wasn't really until the end of August that I started seeing an influx of subscribers. And by then I had already landed the brand deal. You know, I was gaining a pretty low amount of subscribers every day. Now, when I landed my first brand deal, I had just under 4,000 subscribers when this brand reached out to me. That's right, the brand reached out to me. I left my business email in my description so that way brands could reach out to me whenever they wanted, although I wasn't expecting any communication from them at this point. And with less than 4,000 subscribers and less than 11 videos, they did in fact reach out to me. So let's look at the videos that I had posted in those early days. So this first video where I'm showing how much money I made my first year on Etsy, right off the bat established the fact that I'm going to be very transparent on my channel. And although I wouldn't say at the time this was a strategy, looking back, this is one of the things that made brands want to work with me. I do not gatekeep anything on my channel. I answer every single question that I get to the best of my ability. And when it comes to all the different ways that I make money online, whether it's digital products and passive income or my YouTube channel or affiliate marketing or whatever it is that I'm doing, my number one priority is being helpful and honest. So even though I'm still shooting my content on an iPhone and I was editing on iMovie, my authenticity is what's shown through to my audience. And so people who were coming and subscribing to my channel right off the bat could see that they could get real information from me, realistic information. I'm not selling anyone a dream. I'm not lying about any of my revenue to try to make it seem more grandiose than it is. I'm just a girl trying to grow my wealth online, and I'm sharing everything that I've learned with my subscribers. So right off the bat, you can see that these first videos all have that sort of energy, right? So I'm sharing how much money I made my first year and my first month on Etsy. I'm sharing specific strategies to help people also replicate my success. So you'll see that these first 6 videos are all Etsy related, because as a new YouTuber, I was hearing a bunch of information about how important it was to niche down, right? And I thought niching down meant picking one topic to talk about. And it's definitely helpful to have like recurring topics on your channel, but it wasn't until I sort of ditched the concept of a niche that my channel really took off. So I've got these first 6 videos and they're all either helpful or tutorial based. And then scrolling up, you can see that my next 6 videos don't all talk about Etsy, but I started experimenting with talking more about myself and my own journey, and how I found myself in the world of making digital products, generating passive income, and diving into full-time content creation in the first place. So starting with the foundation of making helpful content above anything else, and then really diving into that behind the scenes authenticity, those 2 things kind of worked like a cheat code for my channel. And it made brands realize like, wow, this girl might not have a bunch of subscribers, but the subscribers that she does have are extremely engaged. You know, they're commenting, they're liking, they're sharing the videos, and they're coming back for more. And I had already expressed on my channel that, of course, even though I'm here on YouTube and I have the goal of monetizing my channel, I'm obviously not here to just make clickbait videos or sell some super expensive course or try to trick people into using a bunch of products that I don't actually like. I started this YouTube channel because I was a first-year middle school teacher and I had dreamed about becoming a teacher my entire life, only to realize that that career path was not financially sustainable for me. And so I utilized the skills that I had learned as a teacher and I channeled that into growing my passive income through selling digital products that were educational. And I talked to so many people in my real life about what I was doing with my Etsy shop, and so many people in my real life had genuine questions for me and were super interested. And so I thought, why don't I start a YouTube channel? I can sort of kill 2 birds with 1 stone, right? I get to teach, I get to connect with people, and also there's a potential for me to generate more revenue this way than I could generate as a traditional teacher at a school. And so keeping that goal in mind, when I got my very first brand deal offer, which was before the brand deal that I actually took, I searched that company up on Google and a bunch of Reddit threads came up about a bunch of people who were super upset with the company because they weren't happy with their software and they didn't feel like it was worth the money. And so even though I really wanted to monetize my channel, I didn't take that brand deal because I felt like it was unethical and it was misleading. And why in the world would I start this channel trying to help people replicate my success and then take advantage of people who are in a financially compromising situation and try try to convince them to spend money on something that's not actually going to help them accomplish their goal. I see so many YouTubers in the making money online space, in the financial hustle space, and their whole channel is just selling some really expensive course, which some of them might be worth it. I'm not saying that they're not. There's nothing wrong with selling courses, but it's either that or every single video is a sponsored video for some brand that if you took 2 seconds to Google, you would see that a bunch of people are super unhappy with it and it's not worth it. And to me, especially when you're in like the making money online space, it's just super morally wrong to mislead or take advantage of your subscribers. So choosing not to do that with intention, which I know goes against the traditional structure of how to maximize your YouTube revenue super fast. And it sounds counterintuitive and it might be hard for some people to resist that temptation, but resisting the temptation of being dishonest is actually so rare that that is the number one thing that allowed my channel to grow and become monetized and get a brand deal and reach 28,000 subscribers before I even have 30 videos posted. I accomplished all of those things not because I'm better at creating content than anyone else, but because my content is helpful, it helps people accomplish a goal, and it is not misleading. So if you take away anything from this video, no matter what your niche is, whether you're creating educational content like I am, or you're in the making money online space, or you're making lifestyle content and vlogs, or maybe you're making parenting content, or you're making video game related content, whatever it is, I know that if you're watching this video, you've already dove into your niche and you've done a little bit of research and you've seen what other YouTubers in your niche are doing. I challenge you to take a step back from that, right? Still do your research, still look at people in your niche, still pay attention to what's working for some people and what's not working for others, but go beyond the numbers, go beyond the metrics, right? Look at their comment section. What sort of comments are they getting? Do people feel misled by their content? Are people rolling their eyes because they're selling them 7 different things in a 3-minute video that's called How to Make Money Online? If so, those are not the YouTubers that you should be modeling your content after, because not only is it going to take you forever to get monetized because your content's not standing out, but it's also going to take you forever to get a brand deal because those brands could just work with that YouTuber who already has the following. If you want them to work with you when you're new here, you're just figuring things out, you need to build trust with your audience. And you can only do that if you are genuinely trustworthy. This is not something that you can manufacture. So how do you do that if you're not in the educational space, if you're not making a bunch of tutorial videos like I make? Now, not every one of my videos is a tutorial, but I will say that every one of my videos in some way is educational. So I want to challenge you, regardless of what your niche is, to think about some ways that you can integrate educational content or helpful content into your existing niche. So for example, on my YouTube monetization journey videos, I have a lot of comments from people who are in the vlogging space, right? Which is like lifestyle content. Now this niche has a lot of competition. So there are a lot of people posting vlogs on YouTube and it can be difficult to stand out. And it can be even more difficult to land a brand deal in this space because brands have so many different creators to choose from. So what can you do to stand out? I would say that you should commit to posting maybe 1 video a month that is still a lifestyle content video, but integrates some sort of helpful tutorial, right? So maybe you're a lifestyle blogger or you're a parenting blogger, and once a month on your channel, you post a video in a series called Plan With Me, and you're showing how you use Notion or maybe a physical planner to plan out your life as a content creator, or maybe a full-time worker, part-time content creator, or maybe a full-time stay-at-home parent. Whatever it is, you're using your lifestyle content as an opportunity to teach people how to do something. You're adding value to their life with your video. And because you have this series on your channel that's repeating, brands know that your subscribers are expecting you to continue to cover this particular topic, which in that case would be productivity. Well, that opens the door for any sort of brand that's related to productivity, whether it's Notion or some sort of AI app, or maybe it's even a food delivery service that prevents you from having to do the task of going out to the grocery store, which saves you time, right? So whatever it is, you have to figure out a way to say with your videos, hey, this isn't just an ad. Like, hey, sorry, this video is sponsored by the plant shop. Here's my plant. Anyways, back to this video about me being a mom or being a vlogger, right? No, we don't want our sponsorships to interrupt our video. We want to talk about things that we genuinely like, that have genuinely helped us accomplish whatever goal the people who are watching your video are also trying to accomplish. And if your videos are not talking about accomplishing a specific goal, there's no way to do that. So keep your videos helpful, keep them honest, keep them goal-oriented, and that is a formula for attracting brand deals and partnerships quickly. Now, I fully acknowledge that not everyone is going to be as lucky as I am and have brand deals just like flood their inboxes, right? Different niches have different levels of competition, and I fully acknowledge that. So all of the brand deals that I've either already had or have planned were not necessarily brands that reached out to me. Some of them were brands that I took the initiative to reach out to. And I know that can be scary and that can be confusing, and you're probably wondering, how in the heck do I do that? What do I say? So I actually have an email script template that I typed up back when I first ever successfully reached out to a brand, and I still have it. So I'm gonna find that and I'm gonna link it below. So if you wanna download that email script, that way you can go ahead and get on your way to landing your first brand deal, you can easily do that. That email script is free. I'm not selling you anything. It's just to help you. So it's down in the description if you want it. Okay, I hope that wasn't too much rambling. This video is not scripted. So now let's move on to the YouTube AdSense side of things. So like I said, it took me 10 weeks before I got monetized via YouTube AdSense, which is longer than the 6 weeks that it took me to get monetized via a brand deal, but it's still really fast, especially considering I really wasn't posting that many videos. And like I said, when I was doing my first YouTube monetization research, the number one tip that I heard was, if you're trying to get monetized fast, you should be putting out videos as frequently as humanly possible. And that's not always realistic. Most people have 9-to-5 jobs. Most people have other responsibilities that make it so that way they cannot just sit in front of a camera all day and yap and then spend 12 hours trying to edit their video, right? So when it comes to getting monetized via YouTube AdSense relatively quickly, yes, you do want to put out videos as consistently as you can. There is absolutely a correlation between the frequency of the videos that you put out and your potential for getting monetized quickly. Now that's because you have to have 4,000 watch hours before you can actually get monetized on YouTube. So if you've watched this far into the video, you probably already know that, right? You need 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 watch hours. Once you hit that mark, you're gonna start getting monetized via YouTube AdSense. And obviously, the more videos you have and the longer length those videos are, the more likely it's gonna be that someone's gonna watch your videos and lengthen your watch time. And the sooner that happens, the sooner you get monetized. So if you can commit to putting out one YouTube video a week, or once every 2 weeks, or once a month, do that, absolutely. That'll help you learn the skills that you need to learn in order to make a quality video. It'll be sort of like an experiment for you, so you can see what works and what doesn't. And the more frequently you're putting out videos, the faster you'll be able to see the results of that experiment, right? So you'll be able to see what videos people liked, what videos they didn't like, what thumbnails worked for you, what title styles worked for you, and so on and so forth. Even what particular topics work for you. If you're not sure what you want to talk about on YouTube, posting a video every week with some different specific topic, doing that will help you see what people are naturally gravitating to on your channel. And it'll give you an idea of what sort of content you might want to lean into. Now, beyond the consistency is key idea that's probably already been drilled into your head by 1,000 other YouTubers, and it's right. I'm not saying that it's not right. It is absolutely correct, but it's not the only thing that you need to think about when it comes to monetizing your channel quickly. Pushing that to the side for a minute, I want to talk about the 2 other things that I did that helped me get monetized really quickly via YouTube AdSense. Well, technically it's 3 things. So thing number one is search engine optimization. The way you write your YouTube titles and descriptions absolutely matters. Now, I'm in graduate school for marketing. I have spent more hours than I could count researching search engine optimization. And if you wanted me to go into detail about that, that would have to be in like a whole probably series of videos of their own, because it is absolutely a science. Now, it's not difficult, but it is something that you have to learn with intention, and it does have an impact on your channel. So giving you the least complicated version possible, when people are on YouTube and they're searching something in the search bar, each of the words that they type in is a keyword. And those keywords are sort of like ingredients. And the intention of the YouTube algorithm is to take those ingredients and find the videos that best match whatever the user is looking for. So when you're writing your titles and your descriptions, you need to be thinking about what people are actually searching for on YouTube and give your video the best chance of being one of the first videos to pop up. So if you want to learn more about search engine optimization and how it relates to growing your YouTube channel and getting monetized on YouTube, leave me a comment below and let me know. And I'm going to take all those comments and specific questions that are related to search engine optimization, and I'll make a whole different video about that. I'll add that video to my YouTube monetization series. That way you can actually learn everything that you need to in order to be successful here on the platform. Okay, moving on from search engine optimization, the next strategy or thing that I paid attention to in order to get monetized really quickly was my YouTube thumbnail design. Now, this is something that I'm still working on and I'm still learning, but I'm going to pull up my YouTube analytics one more time for you. That way you can kind of see what I'm talking about here. here. So you'll see that these first 6 videos that I made, they all have my regular living room in the background, and I've moved since, so it looks a little bit different. But still, the background is very clearly my house, and I did my best to put elements on the screen, but all of the thumbnails are essentially in the same style, right? I was just getting the hang of making YouTube videos, and I was just figuring things out. When I scroll up here to my next 6 videos, you can see that the thumbnails look very, very different in each of these videos. And you can see that all these videos have the little thumbnail test completed mark after it, right? So that's when I really started to experiment with vastly different thumbnail styles. Now I make all my thumbnails in Canva. If you want a tutorial on that, leave me a comment too, and I'll be happy to make a tutorial on that. But for each of my videos, I would make 3 thumbnails that were super different. So one would have my house in the background with a few pop-ups, sort of like this one here. And for some of them, I would put like a full color gradient as the main background. Some of them I tried to use really bright colors. Some of them I used more neutral colors, but I was constantly studying the thumbnails of different YouTubers and different niches, especially on the YouTube homepage or explore page, because on the YouTube home and explore page, I know that those videos are already performing well right now. So it's a pretty safe bet to assume that those thumbnail styles are working. So when you're about to plan out your next video, I want you to take a step back. I want you to go on the YouTube home or explore page and don't even think about the niche. Don't even pay attention to the niche. I want you to just take a screenshot of your computer screen. And as soon as you take that screenshot, pick the 3 videos that you would most want to click on. Now from those 3 videos, I want you to look at those thumbnail styles and try to replicate those thumbnail styles on whatever video you're going to be making next. Use the thumbnail test feature, right? Which is a feature where you get to assign 3 different thumbnails to your video, and whichever one is the higher performing one is the one that's going to stick with the video. Use that feature to figure out what thumbnail styles work best. That experimental thumbnail strategy, combined with using the correct keywords in your title and description, combined with this next tip that I'm about to share with you, are what's going to launch your YouTube channel into monetization as fast as possible. Okay, so what's the final tip? What's the final strategy? This one's super straightforward. You just have to figure out a way to make it work for your niche. And that is paying attention to trends and content gaps. And when I say paying attention to trends, that does not mean paying attention to the themes of videos that you keep seeing on your own explore page. Your algorithm is tailored for you. And while you might have a lot in common with your target audience, you are still a unique, specific person. And a lot of the content that you're watching on YouTube might not be the same sort of content that your audience is watching. So how on earth are you supposed to know exactly what your audience is watching, what content they're searching for, and where there's a content gap that you could potentially fill? Well, that's a very good question. So let's go into the YouTube studio so that way I can answer it for you. Okay, so once again, we're on my YouTube analytics here. And on this navigation tab on the top here, I want you to click on trends. This is literally exactly everything you need to know to plan out your content for your specific niche to be successful on YouTube. This is the Trends tab under YouTube Analytics. So you don't even have to do any research. Based on the videos you've already created, YouTube will recommend similar videos that it thinks that you should recreate, as well as specific topics that people are looking for that they can't find videos for. So for example, how to earn money from Instagram, how to sell products on Amazon, how much you can make with a YouTube channel. Literally, as soon as I'm done filming this video, I can shut my phone off, hit record again, and film a quick video called How Much You Can Make with a YouTube Channel. And YouTube is telling me if I title my video exactly how much you can make with a YouTube channel, that video is going to get a lot of views and engagement. So you don't have to be an SEO expert. You don't have to be a keyword expert. You don't have to do all this insane research if you don't have the time or if it just doesn't interest you. You can shortcut it by going here to the trends. Now, if you're interested in seeing exactly how much I made on my YouTube channel, a 1-year update will be coming soon. Let me know in the comments and I'll make an updated video. But I do already have a video showing exactly how much I made my first month on YouTube, and those results are going to surprise you because they gagged me. So I'll link that video at the end of this one, or I'll put like a little pop-up up here so you can watch that if you want to. But for now, I kind of want to dive deeper into this trends thing. That way I can show you some examples of how to find content gaps, which are video topics that are really good opportunities for you to make videos about. And again, I want to go into some different niches, not just my own, because I know a lot of you watching are in the lifestyle content space or the entertainment and video game space. And I want to make sure that I give you some tangible examples. So I'm going to type in here vlog. So it says the word vlog has medium interest, which is good. As long as it's not low interest, it's good. We can make it work. So I typed in vlog and it says that day in the life vlogs have a high search volume. And let's see the what people are watching tab. And let's try to identify what it is about these videos that are making people tune in. So I took him to China, international couple vlog. That one's pretty obvious, right? So there's a couple, there's romance, they're traveling, it's international. It's got China, Korea, and Denmark in the title. So we know that this vlog is going to have a plot. It's going to be extremely entertaining. It's probably going to be a little bit over the top and unrealistic for most people. We can't recreate that, and we're not going to try. So we're going to leave that one alone. This next vlog, the title is somewhat in English, but the text on the screen is definitely not English. So this vlog might be working because maybe there's less competition for vlogs in that particular language. If you're watching this video, you probably speak English and you're probably also making content in the English language. So we can't compete with these bilingual vloggers. Now, the next one says, my last ever uni vlog. It was posted 2 days ago and it has over 100,000 views. Now I want to click on it because I want to see how many subscribers this YouTuber has. Okay, 1.84 million subscribers. Her video got 100,000 views in 2 days because she has almost 2 million subscribers. If I'm a new YouTuber and I have like where I was before I got monetized, let's say I had 4,000 subscribers or 1,000 subscribers, or I had 200 subscribers, whatever it is, I am not, even now with 30,000 subscribers, which really isn't, I mean, I know it probably sounds like a lot, but I mean, there's just such a range of how many subscribers you can have on YouTube. In my opinion, after you hit 1,000, it doesn't really matter that much until you get like past the 100,000 subscriber mark. And at that point, your channel is really gonna just automatically carry a lot of weight and you're gonna be able to get views pretty easily. So this high view count is a result of a bunch of work and strategy that this creator has already put in. This is not an example of a video that I want you to look at and try to recreate. So let's go back to the YouTube Trends tab and do a little bit more research in the vlog space. That way we can narrow down exactly what type of vlog would be a good idea for us to recreate right now. Now, a medium search volume one that we have that hits the strategy that I talked about earlier, which is making educational and helpful content, is this one right here that says how to create a vlog video. That video is helping viewers accomplish a specific goal. Viewers who are looking up that video want to recreate vlogs of their own, and they're hoping that your video is going to give them value and help them accomplish that. So even if we make a video like this that doesn't take off and get 100,000 views in 2 days, it's a really good video for us to have in our arsenal. So that way when we reach out to brands using that brand script that is free, that I have linked in my description, we have an example of a valuable video with a lot of engagement that we can share with them. And in that video, how to create a vlog video, think about all the different things that you can show there, right? So you might want to show your filming setup, you might want to show your equipment, you might want to show what you use to plan, you might want to share the software that you use to create your own thumbnails or to edit your video, right? So there's such a potential for helpful recommendations that you can make throughout that video. So let's click on that, how to create a vlog video. Now let's see what people are watching. These are pretty old videos. We have a video from 4 years ago, how to vlog for beginners, tips to make better vlogs, how to vlog, beginner's guide, and how to start blogging, the best tips. So YouTube is telling us that people are still watching these videos that are several years old, which tells us two things. One, people on YouTube love watching recent content, especially for tutorials and helpful videos, because they assume that the most recent tutorial is going to be the most relevant, right? Because technology changes, trends change, and the best strategy is always usually going to be the latest strategy based on the algorithm and based on the technology that's available. So if you make an updated video on one of these older creators' videos that say how to vlog for beginners, but you say how to vlog for beginners in blank year, whatever year it is, right? I'm filming this in 2025, so let's say it's how to vlog for beginners in 2025. Adding that little tagline to your title is gonna help your video stand out. But beyond that, these videos are 4 and 7 years old, and they are still generating views for these channels. That is what is called evergreen content. Evergreen content is content that regardless of the time of the year or the trends that come and go, this is searchable content that people are going to continue to search for pretty much forever, even 7 years later. So looking at these thumbnails, you'll notice both of these people are holding a vlogging camera. So when you're designing your thumbnail, maybe you want to keep that in mind. And then also when we search this topic up here, how to create a vlog video, you can see there's other top searches for this topic. So how to start making videos on YouTube, how to create a YouTube channel, and how to create a vlog on YouTube. So how to create a vlog video has medium interest, but how to create a vlog on YouTube, which is essentially the exact same video, has high volume. So which one of those titles is probably better for you to use? Well, probably the one that has high volume. So let's click that just to see the top videos that pop up. So once again, these two videos that we saw earlier are popping up. And would you look at that? This one here that says how to create a YouTube channel for beginners in 2025. Just like I said, when it comes to helpful content, people like relevancy, they like recency, they feel like that's more accurate. But imagine combining the way that these thumbnails feel very authentic and personal, right? You're seeing this person in action vlogging. It's just a girl, she's in her living room. It feels very personal and homemade. Imagine combining the power of that thumbnail with the proven high interest of how to create a vlog on YouTube as a topic, and also the relevancy of the tagline on this video that says for beginners in 2025 or whatever the current year is. So when you're ready to create your next video, and maybe it's a video idea that we're talking about right now, I want you to go into YouTube trends and identify patterns like this. That way you can figure out your video topic, your thumbnail style, and the exact optimized title that you should be using before you even film your video. Doing this every time you make a video, regardless of what the topic is, regardless of what the niche is, doing this will 100% help your YouTube channel get monetized via YouTube Adsense as quickly as possible. Okay, so before you rush off this video and run to YouTube trends and rush to try to implement all the strategies that I just told you about, I want to give you one last piece of advice for getting monetized as quickly as possible on YouTube. And it's going to sound counterintuitive, but hear me out. I haven't told you anything yet that has steered you wrong, so you gotta trust me on this one too. Pace yourself. YouTube as a platform is not going anywhere. It's got over 2 billion active users, and rushing to put out content as fast as possible is counterintuitive to building the channel of your dreams. It will not help you make more money. YouTube is absolutely a quality over quantity game. That does not mean that you need a professional camera. I'm still filming on my iPhone. Now, I did upgrade my microphone because sound quality is important, but this microphone is way cheaper than buying a vlog camera would have been. And if you want the link to it, I'll drop it in the description. That way you can upgrade your sound quality too, but that's not the point of what I'm saying. When I talk about the quality of your YouTube videos, I'm talking about the quality of the research that you put in before you put out your YouTube videos. So taking the time to go behind the scenes and look for those content gaps and paying attention to the recent trends on YouTube, taking the time to do that will make all the difference in your channel. As of right now, when I'm filming this video, and I know this number is going to be different than the number that I'm going to put on the screen because by the time I finish editing this video, my subscriber count will hopefully have grown. But right now in this moment, I have 28,381 subscribers. I only have 18 videos on my channel. 28,000 subscribers and 18 videos over the course of 10 months. There were months that I did not post YouTube videos at all. As of the time that I'm filming this video, the last video that I put out was in December of 2024. So I haven't even published a video at all this year. And yet, when we look at my channel views and subscribers and engagement, everything is still pretty stable. My channel is still bringing in revenue every single month just from those 18 videos that I made because I took my time and I developed my strategies. I did not fall for the get rich quick schemes. I didn't let anyone sell me a dream, and I didn't make myself sick trying to put out a bunch of content because I felt like it was super urgent. Okay, and I am urging you, begging you, pleading you, take your time. Don't procrastinate. Don't put it off because of fear. Don't put it off because you feel like you're not good enough yet. Okay, start before you know what you're doing, but start. Just start. There is no such thing as a perfect YouTube video, but you should be planning each of your videos with intention, authenticity, and a proven strategy that works. If I can do it, you can do it, okay? Less than a year ago, I was a full-time 6th grade teacher, and as of today, I am a full-time content creator. I have multiple streams of income, some of that income which is passive income. For the last several months on my YouTube channel, I haven't even posted anything, and YouTube's still been paying a good chunk of my bills. That same reality can be true for you. You've probably already started making it true for you if you're watching this video right now. So let that feeling of urgency and anxiety that you have, because trust me, I know it, I get it too, but I'm challenging you to let it go and try my method of YouTube growth instead. You might just find that you're really surprised at the results, just like I was. Okay, so what now? How am I gonna take my channel from 28,000 subscribers to 100,000 subscribers? And how am I gonna take my revenue to $8,000 a month? And what plans do I have for my channel? What other streams of income am I using to grow my wealth? Because let's be honest, growing on YouTube is not just about getting a bunch of views and likes and getting some money to help pay the bills. It's a way to buy your time back, so you don't have to default to being overworked and underpaid like a lot of people unfortunately are. Well, believe it or not, all of that juicy personal stuff is actually stuff that I want to talk about, because I feel like so much of us here on YouTube are in competition with each other. And when you make that transition from being part-time content creator to being full-time content creator, it can be really lonely and isolating. And it seems like everyone's sort of gatekeeping and there's like a weird competitive energy around everything. And I kind of just want to do away with that. I want to combine old YouTube with new YouTube. So yes, it's about making money. Yes, it's about escaping the 9-to-5. Yes, it's about building wealth and buying your freedom. But it's also just about turning on the camera and talking to people and connecting with people and talking about your interests. So with all those things in mind, I want to start a podcast series here on my channel where I have actual conversations with you guys. And it's not all about you watching me grow my channel, but it's about us actually talking to each other, supporting each other, helping each other grow, and being able to collectively document our success while helping other people do the same thing. I want the comment section to feel like a group chat, and I want to actually build a community, like a virtual internet third space. I'm talking right here on YouTube, me and you and other creators in our community, really being vulnerable and authentic and getting to know each other, and also growing our audiences and our wealth at the same time. So if you like the idea of that content creator, wealth building sort of podcast that I just talked about, let me know in the comments, because it's not a community without other people. Let me know in the comments what topics you want to cover, what specific questions you have for me, no matter how personal they are. The number one rule of my channel is there is absolutely no gatekeeping here. Whether you want to know how much money I actually make across all of my different online income streams, or what it was actually like transitioning from full-time middle school teacher to full-time content creator, or if you just want some of my expert YouTube strategy opinions about your specific niche or your specific channel, literally whatever it is, I just want to talk to you guys. So leave me a comment down below, give this video a like, and if you want to hang out some more, you can stick around for the videos that are going to pop up at the end of this one, where I share exactly how much money I made my first month monetized on YouTube, and I'll drop the link to the video that really made my channel blow up, which is called How YouTube Changed My Life in 6 Weeks, and maybe you can watch that video and see exactly what it was about that video that made it go viral. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.